we're here again.
What's your name?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Stephen with Tobacco Cabana.
And I'm David. I'm a Texan, and I love cigars. This is the Road Show. Welcome back, guys. What am I looking over there for? You're right there. I don't know. I got to count. Which way are we looking at?
Yeah.
All right. We're here in Tobacco Cabana again, Cedar Hill, Texas, with Stephen. We're always thankful. Rhonda and Bob letting us come here and do the shows. It's always fun, right?
Always.
I've got something fun for you.
What's that?
How about you smoke this?
You don't have enough battery life
Right.
in there.
You know, that is one. We had talked about this on the other show, and this is the La Gloria Cubana.
7 3/4 by 62.
And it is tapered.
Yeah.
So
it's not going to be a jawbreaker.
This is the ones that we talked about where it's signed, it's got the signature of the rollers that have 15 plus year experience to roll these cigars. That's still under, that's $14.99 for a cigar. That's that's at least 3 hours for me.
Yeah, on a per hour basis, that's a bargain.
Yeah, per hour. Yeah, you think about that, $5 a cigar for an hour.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty good. And the tobacco in it. You can look at it on the previous show. We're not going to smoke these now. Ain't no way. I might smoke one of these just because if I'm sitting outside or I'm watching a football game. You know, this would last a football game.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I might do that, but this is not normal. This would not. I've smoked cigars I smoked a Lancero, a large Lancero that took me 4 hours.
Yeah.
Sitting outside watching the football games, and that was great and it was my birthday stick. What I do have though is this Golden Era Punch Lancero.
You know, Rhonda's going to be jealous. I'm smoking
I
this.
know it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Rhonda. I know she loves the Lanceros.
She loves it.
Yeah, I know that right there should have got you guys enough time to get something to drink.
Yes.
What we've got though is another Rail Port. This is the August Haze. Rail Port Brewery in Waxahachie, Texas, the Ellis County's first brewery. This one is the Juice Bomb Indian. This is, oh man, that white on yellow is hard for me to read. Is that, can you see that?
Yeah, okay. The Juice Bomb, NEIPA.
IPA. So it's a New England IPA?
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
You can tell I'm a beer connoisseur, right?
Yeah.
Brewed with the Texas dog days of summer in mind. A refreshing burst of citrus, aroma, smooth drinkability, and a touch of bitterness on the finish will keep you cool and your mind off those hazy summer days.
That's only 27 IBUs, so it's not super bitter.
No, that's not.
And it's 6.7?
Yeah, alcohol, not bad.
So it's a hazy, I do like a hazy IPA.
Yeah, and they call it an India.
Yeah, Indian Pale Ale.
So New England India Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Richard has some great stuff. If you haven't been out there to Railport, great place to be, hang out. A lot of times they'll have live music out there on the weekends. So look at that haziness.
Oh yeah.
Look at that haziness. I love it. Dave's already coming over here going, yes, please. Yes, please.
Just a touch.
Just a touch.
Just a touch.
That's a touch.
good.
It looks like grapefruit juice almost,
Right.
you know, but that looks fantastic. So I hope you guys have something in your glass because we've got a toast to you. Appreciate your viewership, your good friendship, and that's what we're toasting. Good friends, good conversations, what we call a Texas toast, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Boom. Yeah.
Take the nose on it.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely grapefruity.
Yeah, it's that grapefruit type note.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. That's crisp.
Crisp is right, yeah. And man, I would love it on sitting outside on a day like today in Texas. We're finally getting out of the heat. And we've got a nice, like this morning I woke up and it was 60 degrees. Sit out on your back deck and a cup of coffee and a cigar to start the morning. That was so great this morning. I'm going to fire. I love a Lancero. The smaller ring gauges.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, that's got a note.
Yeah, the cold draw had a note on it.
I do like the regular Toro size. I've been smoking the Golden Era. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow. That's really good. I like the Toro size, but this, I don't remember those flavors in the Toro that's coming through on the Lancero. Wow.
Mm.
Oh, that is really good.
Great retrohale.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. Great beer, great cigar.
Yeah.
That is good. But we're here for news, right? I mean, that if you haven't had the Golden Era punch, you need to find it. Whether it's in the Toro or now in the Lancero, you need to find it.
Go cigar to drink.
Oh, cigar to drink. Okay. Stephen and I are going to do our own pairing here. Stay tuned for Dave and I will be doing that. Oh, yeah.
That completely changed the citrus note.
You're exactly right. It
Yeah.
completely changed the citrus note on that beer. Wow. Yeah. Are you sure we're doing news and not a pairing? You're not Dave. You're Steven.
I'm Steve.
So, wow, that is really good.
Yeah.
That is, man, but we're here for news.
Yep.
We're here for news. We're here for news.
Okay. EP Carrillo's Essence series, Honduras, slated for release in September. Should be right around the corner. They announced that the third cigar in their Essence series, the EP Carrillo Honduras, will be coming to stores at the end of September. So look for that at your brick and mortar soon.
Okay.
The blend uses Honduran Olancho San Agustin wrapper that undergoes a 2-year-long fermentation process that gives it a dark, oily sheen. Underneath is a Honduran binder and fillers from Honduras and Nicaragua. While the first 2 releases in the series, the Maduro and the Sumatra, were made at Casa Carrillo in the Dominican Republic, this is being made at the Plasencia factory, Tabacos de Ornito in Honduras. 3 sizes, Robusto, Toro, and Gordo. Price points of $9 1/4, $10, and $10.75. So,
yeah,
very mid-level pricing.
Yeah.
2 years ago, our journey took us beyond the Casa Carrillo factory, leading to the creation of the acclaimed Inch Nicaraguan in collaboration with Plasencia's Nicaraguan family.
Okay.
That's it. Ernesto Perez Carrillo III, who led the project via a press release. Today, we're thrilled to unveil the next chapter in our partnership, diving into the heart of Central America with the EP Carrillo Honduras. The blend embodies the rich heritage of an unparalleled expertise in both our families.
Okay.
Look for that one.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
What is that coming in? What Vitolas is that?
The Robusto, Toro, and Gordo. You were too absorbed in the cigar.
So it sounds like that's.
So I didn't hear you say that already.
You didn't hear that.
Golly, this cigar is really good.
He was trying not to interrupt you with
I was, I was, and this, I am just. This is. I'm sorry. I mean, that's great news.
I'm having trouble trying to read and not smoke.
That is great news. And I'll give you a minute to smoke on yours while I read some news here. And another fantastic cigar. I smoked this one last night because it just came out. As we're doing this show, yesterday was the first release of, they're only releasing it. Well, I'm talking about McAuliffe's new Red. Smoked it last night. I got notes of like, not kettle corn, but a sweet popcorn.
Interesting.
Note out of it. That's what came to mind when I don't normally eat popcorn, but not a whole lot, but so it's not like I ate popcorn or anything, but that's what came to mind. And it is definitely, people have been saying it's halfway between the blue and the black. And it performed like any other McAuliffe cigars that I've always had. They're always performed great. And then the taste on it was just fantastic. I was smoking it with a Knob Creek 9.
Okay.
So that's what I had to drink with it.
Yeah.
But let's get into McAuliffe's, the series. They're doing the red. They've got, of course, the black
and the blue.
then the blue came out. Anyways, the red follows the black and the blue and keeps to the price point of $7 for a Robusto and $8 for a Toro. Produced at McAuliffe's Fábrica de Esteli factory facility in Esteli, Nicaragua. The red features a San Andres wrapper over a Pennsylvania broadleaf.
Right.
Grown in Nicaragua binder and a combination of Nicaraguan and Mexican fillers. According to McAuliffe, the San Andres Habano wrapper brings out nuanced flavors of gentle spice and deep earthy undertones. The company says the Nicaraguan binder adds an earthy sweetness. So I was getting a sweetness out of it, and I kind of got a corn taste out of it. But McAuliffe has said that the result with the red will deliver smooth, well-rounded smoke. 25 count boxes. That's what I like about theirs. Theirs is 25 count boxes. 5 by 52 and a Toro 6 by 52. Like I said, $7 and $8. The new blend will be available in a limited release during McAuliffe Socials. That's the only way they're doing it. And other launch events throughout September and October. McAuliffe Socials are a series of events done in partnership with retail partners. So these are all going to be places that sell McAuliffe cigars. They celebrate McAuliffe's ambassador community and will also provide an opportunity to experience McAuliffe Red before its nationwide release in mid-October. So they've started doing the socials now. And what they're doing with the socials is this time of year, they used to have the open house at the McAuliffe Distribution Center. And we've been to that.
Yeah.
Dave's been there. Always enjoyed that. Those were fun. But what they want to do is they're always about the consumer and the shop, the shops that carry their cigars.
Yeah.
That's what McAuliffe is about. And so they want to spread the love to where more people get to do this, where Amanda and
Jason
and Lauren and maybe Al's at some of them, and go out there, and of course Dan Thompson, go out there and be able to meet with people at a shop and do an event for the release of these cigars. They've got some other colors obviously coming out in the next years to come. These are just the first three. So we've got the black, the blue, and now the red. In a press release, Al McAuliffe, founder of McAuliffe Cigars, commented saying, "We've crafted the McAuliffe Red to be a memorable smoke, just like the experiences we share at our McAuliffe socials. It's about more than cigars. It's about enjoying great moments together."
Yep.
And that's very, very true. And Dan Thompson, who is the president of McAuliffe Cigars, said, "We oversee every step to provide great cigars at great prices, keeping consumers loyal to family-owned retailers."
Yes.
That's what they are about, is the retailers, which in turn are going to take care of you and us, the consumers. And that's what I love about McAuliffe. Besides having a fantastic product at a fantastic price, that's what they're about. That's what I love about it.
The people and the brick and mortars.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what it's all about, part of the community. All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Wow. This is freaking delicious.
Yeah.
I would have never been able to guess by the way that you reacted.
I'm sitting there while you're reading, I'm just going, oh my gosh. I didn't want to interrupt you with my verbiage, but this is just phenomenal.
That's probably the best punch I've ever had. And there are a lot of good ones,
Yeah.
but This goes to great.
I like the signature. I like all the Chinese series ones.
Oh, yeah.
I dig them because of the cool marketing aspect.
Yeah.
I liked the dad bod was good. They've got some great ones, but this one right here in the Lancero, this one just, Dave, you're not smoking it, right?
No,
but I gave you one, right?
Yeah,
so,
I got it right here.
Okay, so you've got, this is just.
I'm intrigued because I'm not a big punch fan.
They've always had good cigars.
Good solid cigars.
But when they do something exceptional, it stands out.
This one,
and look at the construction on
you know how we talk about, the going to a smaller ring gauge, how I do not remember these flavors coming through on the Toro at all.
Yeah.
This is just delicious.
So we got more news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still doing a show.
Retro. The retro on this.
It's clean.
Oh, it's clean, and you know how we talk about how we pick up more flavors when you're retro,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like they're so pronounced on this. It's just, I don't know how to. That is just phenomenal. We got to get back to some news.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back, guys. We're still enjoying this punch, Golden Era in the Lancero. This is just phenomenal, but we do have some more cigar news. And Steven's got one, not on a cigar itself, but something that's going to help with your cigars when you go to the lounge or wherever you're at. And it's a new piece of accessory that you might want.
This is the Cigar Flip Dual Cigar Cutter, and it begins shipping. This is from QI. It's a cutter designed to cut cigars up to a 64 ring gauge, and either a straight or a 60 or a V-cut. V-cut uses the same reverse V-cut found on the company's VX2 cutter, which features a blade that penetrates the cigar from the sides as opposed to the center of the cap like traditional V-cutter. In addition, the cutter features a spring-loaded opening mechanism for one-handed operation, and a lock to keep the cutter closed. The company says the cutter can also double as a cigar rest. We're seeing that a lot in them.
Okay. Oh, so it's got a cigar rest
too.
So this is the Colibri, and that's their double cutter.
Right.
So Zycar's coming out, but it's got a rest on it where this one doesn't. Okay, that's just my personal one there, and that same thing, spring loaded, just like which I love. I like that, and so but it's got a cigar rest on it too. Mm-hmm. That's okay. All right.
Priced at $84.99, offered in 7 different colors, though only 4 are shipping now: black, blue, gunmetal, and red. The other 3, the black bronze, the bronze, and the brushed chrome, are scheduled to begin shipping mid-September, so any week now.
Okay, yeah.
Cutter measures 3.07 inches high by 1.79 wide and 0.66 deep. Pretty close to that.
You think it's pretty close to that? I think
so.
Yeah.
The product took almost 2 years to perfect, said Alex Goldman, president of QI, in an email to Half Wheel when the cigar cutter was announced in March.
Okay.
We wanted to make sure both side functioned better than any other dual function cutter on the market while still living up to the exhausting standards that they put in Cigar products.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. So that would definitely be. I would definitely like to see it because that it sounds like it's cutting the V cut differently, right?
Yeah, because see that's the V cut I'm used to.
Right.
This Lotus that I've had for
years.
Yeah. And has the serrated teeth. So when I push it up, I get a good clean bite every time. But they're doing a different type of cutting pattern. I have to look in to see how that's working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that might be. The shop, carrying different things that people are going to have. That's what you wanted to. Oops. All right. Steven just ashed on himself. No.
I got to sweep it up anyway.
That's right. All right, I've got something from Protocol. Like some Protocol. And this one is an exclusive to some of our friends up there in Oklahoma City, Omerta.
Yes.
I've watched the series, and I like watching some of the Westerns they've got now, but this is the Protocol Bass Reeves.
Yep.
And Maduro Robusto. And like I said, it's the Oklahoma Territory heads to Omerta Cigar Company in Oklahoma City. Well, Omerta, not only in Oklahoma City, but Tulsa,
Monroe, Louisiana.
Monroe. There's another one. Oh, I'm forgetting it, where Joel is at. Stillwater.
Stillwater, yeah.
Stillwater. But anyways, Protocol Cigars has created a limited edition Robusto version of its Bass Reeves Maduro blend as an exclusive for Omerta Cigar Company in Oklahoma City and the retailer's OKC Boutique Cigar Bash event, which is later this month, which I will be going to. The cigar is a 5x52 box press Robusto that uses the same blend as the 6x52 Toro that debuted in 2021. A Nicaraguan Habano Maduro wrapper over a Nicaraguan binder and filler. Like the original, this cigar is produced at the San Latano factory in Ocotal, Nicaragua. They say that the cigar did so well, we wanted to do something special for the customers here at Omerta. So we did the Bass Reeves Maduro blend in the shop's #1 selling Vitola, which is the Robusto. Interesting. And Juan Cancel, founder and co-owner of Protocol Cigars. That's what he had said. Total of 150 10-count bundles were produced, with pricing set at $12.75 per cigar or $127.50 a bundle. The cigars will be released on September 28th, so that is the day of the event. And the second annual OKC Boutique Bash, with any remaining cigars to be offered via the store's website. Exactly, right. A limited amount of tickets for the event are available via Omerta Cigar Company's website. You guys can go look that up. Protocol Bass Reeves is named after Bass Reeves, the first deputy U.S. Marshal to serve west of the Mississippi River, including what is now Oklahoma, hence the name, the cigar. While Reeves was born into slavery, he gained his freedom during the Civil War. Marshal James F. Fagan, a former Confederate soldier, recruited Reeves, who was known to speak many languages. Yeah, it shows that in the series. Reeves served as a deputy marshal for over 30 years. The line is also available in a natural version that uses an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper over a Nicaraguan binder and fillers. Nice. And Protocol Bass Reeves Maduro Robusto Oklahoma Territory is the first store exclusive line extension to the company's Lawman series. So they've got the Law 1, 2, and 3 I've had, which are really good. And I didn't know that they had already put out a Bass Reeves before, but this one, this one's going to be exclusive to Omerta. So that is very interesting. I like cigars like that. That have a tied to something like that. Or I like ones that, I can only get it at this shop.
Yeah.
I like that when they blend something just for a shop. That's always fun to do. So, all right, guys, that's the news. We're gonna enjoy this one. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Yeah, this is so good.
Yeah.
Today's Cigar Tip is brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars.
All right, Stephen, how about a tip, man?
Dry boxing.
Dry boxing.
If you've ever heard the term, what it refers to is how you handle cigars. When we get them in as a retailer, they're coming off of our shipper,
right?
UPS generally,
right?
Going into the humidor to get rested and acclimate,
right?
And if you buy cigars, take them home, you want them to also rest and acclimate to your house's environment before you get them into your humidor.
Yeah.
Dry boxing is just leaving them out, letting them rest, letting them get comfortable with the humidity before you put them back into the humidor.
Exactly.
If we get a box in and somebody buys it immediately, we always recommend get it home and let it rest before you start smoking them.
Exactly. Great tip.
2 families, 1 cigar. Join the Ambassador Program today to make it a perfect blend.
Here we are again.
Yeah. What are we here for, Dave?
Pairings?
Pairings? Is that what we do?
I think that's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you and Steve did a pairing earlier.
We just about did. Oh my gosh, that was such a great cigar.
You almost lost track of everything while Steve was reading the news.
Yeah, I did. I was just engulfed in that cigar. But we've got a different cigar right now. What did you bring us? This is you.
This is me.
This is none of me now. That's a change.
So this is from a local guy. This is 262 Cigars, and they're really starting to grow. They did really good out at PCA this year.
Okay.
We're all familiar with Ohana, you know, the Ohana toasted marshmallow, Ohana Nui family. 262 is now part of the Ohana family.
Okay.
And Madison Money is the gentleman who's behind it. This is one of his first blends himself, and it's called the Nines.
Okay.
This is an interesting blend. So this is an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper taken to almost Oscuro.
Oh yeah.
In the fermentation. In the wrapper. Double binder.
Double binder.
Double binder, Nicaraguan.
Okay.
With the Nicaraguan Habano out of Jalapa and Condego binder.
Okay.
And then we've got Esteli, Ometepe, and Dominican Republic Polito in the fillers.
Nice. Sounds fantastic. And I like the Cubanesque look to it with the pigtail and the closed foot.
Yes.
I like that.
It's very, very nice. He wanted to do something that, as he described it, took it to the next level. And so therefore, the nines.
Dressing to the nines. Right? Okay. I might try to remember to do a cold. I always forget sometimes to do a cold draw. But you can't do a cold draw on a closed foot.
You can't do a cold draw on a closed foot.
I tried to, but I couldn't get in the air. Yep. So you're gonna have to smell it. Just on the lips, though.
Just, I mean, the lips and just the tip of the tongue to the tobacco from the cup.
Yeah. No, that's. Yeah.
It's got a really nice, sweet leathery.
So again, Dave always harps on me for hot lighting, but with a closed foot, you've got to.
With a closed foot, you've
got to, because you want that burst of the wrapper here. So light it up just a tad, and then. Oh, yeah, that wrapper's nice. And then you can finish toasting it like you're doing here. Yeah, that wrapper, you get that little burst of wrapper flavor there.
Mm-hmm. That's what I like about closed foots. And not a lot of people do closed foots. Noel Rojas is really big on his closed foots.
Yep, I'm sorry, Dave. We only got one lighter on the table. I'm going to get this lit.
Now, this is about the only time that I will ever hot light it as well. And like you said, it's to get that burst through.
Yeah, you want to taste when you think about the flavor of the wrapper. Well, you're really going to get the flavor of the wrapper when you have a closed foot and you light it up.
And the reason why we can hot light it with the closed foot is because the wrapper is going to protect that flame from coming in
directly
and charring your oils as it's coming in.
Yeah, it's a nice dark wrapper. And the band looks sharp. I like that gold on black.
Yeah.
It's got that old 1920s look.
Exactly.
And the font is the same, the 1920s font.
And it has a little bit of elegance to it as well.
Yeah.
The wrapper itself is really clean wrapper, and I like how it's got just a little bit of a glistening of the oils on it.
Yeah. And this has been in your humidor, or?
I picked these up last night at the event, dry boxed them overnight, pulled them directly out of the box. I bought myself a box.
Okay.
Box unsmoked. This is the second time I've tried it, and I bought the box.
Okay.
Without having tried it.
Okay. You trust them that much?
I'm very familiar with 262 Allegiance and Revere, which are two
I've had those.
rotation cigars that I will always smoke.
Okay.
And so I knew the quality of what they do.
Yeah, and then putting what these tobaccos are, and this being the 9s, and knowing that it's gonna be an even more, how do you say, special blend?
Yes.
That it was box worthy right off the bat.
I knew it was going to be, and smoking it last night and just the complexity of what I was getting last night told me this is what I needed to do.
That room note. I like it when a cigar, when you light one up and it's got a unique room note. It's not just, oh, that's good tobacco, which a lot of them are, just it's good tobacco. When it has a room note that sticks out, all of a sudden you go, oh, okay, that's nice, because that's the way I work, is I just taste something or smell something and go, oh, what was that? Because I'm trying to figure it out first. But that one's got a really nice room note.
It's got a nice room note. The Ecuadorian Habano gives us that little bit of that creaminess from the Habano.
Oh, dear Lord. What was that? Very sweet. Retro hell, and then the rest throughout my blowing it out the mouth. Oh,
that's exactly what I was hoping to see you say.
That was, oh my gosh.
I did the exact same thing last night with Madison right there, and he looked at me. He's like, "What did you get? What did you get?
Yeah.
What did you get?" And
it was like, a nice sweetness to it.
Blackberries.
Yeah. Oh. It was. I'm saying it's a sweetness. Yeah. And yeah, blackberries. I can. Now, I don't think that is planting something in, because I'd already said sweetness.
You already said sweetness.
And
I wasn't going to tell you ahead of time.
Yeah, but yes, I can see I'm just terrible with trying to relate. I can taste something and go, that's delicious. Maybe spice I can pick up, or maybe some nuttiness I can pick up. But, and very, like sometimes, like if it's a dry walnut taste, I can pick that up. Cooking spices, the cinnamon, I can pick that up. Blackberry you don't get very often.
Blackberry you really don't get at all.
Yeah, but I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
And what I believe that brings that together is it's the combination of the double binder with the wrapper that really hits it.
Holy cow, that is just, I'm not lying, that is just delicious. I thought the Punch Golden Era was good, and it is. This is just totally different good.
It's completely different.
Totally different. I can see why, and good on you for buying a box right off the bat. That's phenomenal. I've never tasted that in a cigar.
And it's another Ecuadorian wrapper.
So what did you bring to pair with this? Now this, knowing that you had what you were getting out of the notes of this cigar, you smoked it already, you knew what you would want to pair with.
I knew exactly what I wanted to pair with.
Okay, so that's what's going to make this really interesting.
So this is Pinhook.
Pinhook, okay.
And so they're out of Kentucky.
Okay.
They do source.
Okay.
So this is source. This is sourced from Castle and Key, and we've had Castle and Key on the show before.
I've got Castle and Key on my shelf at home.
So this is sourced from Castle and Key and bottled at Bardstown. This is a blend of bourbons and rice.
Oh, wow.
This is a blend of bourbons and rice, and this is their Artisan Series. So this Artisan Series is, I want to say this one was 2021, where they had 12 different artists.
Yeah.
So it's the same juice in all 12 of the bottles, but 12 different artists.
Okay.
And so you can see the artwork.
Yeah.
Every single one of Pinhook's expressions, the naming of it, honors horses that have run in the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, very cool.
And so, they have their vertical series, their vertical ride, their vertical bourbons. And this one is called the Artisan Series. And this is this is called Whiskey Nicking. The artwork is by Nicholas Bleckman. And this is bottle 573 out of
1476.
Wow. So it's a small run.
Yeah.
It's a small run.
Yeah. So this is a whiskey.
This is a whiskey. Yep.
I don't have to watch my blood sugar, Dave. That's. Thanks, sir.
Just
Thanks,
look
sir.
at that beautiful
Yeah,
bottle.
silky. Look at. I mean, that's the type of label on the bottle plus the label on the cigar.
This
is like,
perfectly.
oh yeah, it was like they were made to go together at an event. You know, here's an event, and we're going to pair this with this just off looks alone.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool.
Coming in at 112 proof.
112, okay, good. Medium. Oh.
Really dark.
Beautiful colors, beautiful legs on this.
This cigar is just phenomenal.
And so, see in the color how we're starting to come into a little bit more of that darker mahogany amber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit darker than the golden honey. Still beautiful. Yeah, great legs coming down off of there.
I'm just jumping into this because I'm excited to try this.
Yeah, you haven't paired these.
I have not paired.
You've had this. You've had that separately, but
Yes.
not together.
And I paired this on a number of different.
What are the
cigars.
notes you're talking about off this?
You can.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Let me.
You tell me what
Yeah.
notes that you're getting out of
Yeah.
it.
Ooh. It's a deep note in there. A little bit of spice. I guess that's the rye. It's not an ethanol smell. It's a spice smell. Okay.
So
wow.
good.
Yeah, totally did. That's all in the roof of my mouth. All in the roof. Kind of settled a little bit on my tongue. It's making me salivate.
Which is perfect. That's what you want.
Yeah, underneath my tongue is just watering now. Just interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, it's like a dark note to it. It's a dark, almost like a dark honey, dark spice. That's the only way I can. It's like a dark honey spice.
It's almost like a thick molasses.
Molasses. That would be that would.
And that's that viscosity of those oils. This is a nice.
It's a darker. It's what I was saying. It's a dark, and molasses would be that darker note of like a honey type of a sweetness to it.
But it doesn't have that sweetness that a dark rum would have.
Right. Yeah.
It's the caramel comes through on it, almost like a thick caramel covered apple.
Butterscotch. But not Werther's. We're talking
No.
homemade butterscotch where there's no creamy, no extra sweet.
Yeah.
Just what you get out of caramelizing those sugars.
Yeah, it's a darker sweet note to it. That's what I was saying. So molasses, I'm thinking that's a perfect. I just, I don't eat a whole lot of molasses, but that's a darker, sugary syrup type of what you're going to get.
That has some earthy notes to it too.
Yeah,
kind of like that woodsy notes, which also reminds me of that butterscotch. Sorghum. Yes.
There you go, sorghum.
We've had sorghum on a biscuit.
Yeah. Oh, I love hot butter biscuits with honey on it. Oh, I can eat that all day till I'm sick. So with some sorghum or molasses on there, get different kind of sweet notes on there. So yeah, I've got it with this cigar. I'm looking forward to going cigar to drink cigar and see what that does, because just by themselves, really good. Just which one? I'll go.
I just went cigar to drink.
You went cigar to drink,
and pay particularly close attention to the very back end. The very back end, man. Whew.
It's, yeah. With the cigar, blowing that smoke out and then going straight to that drink, those berry notes were right there.
Yes.
Right there on the initial drink. And now, on that backside, yeah, it starts to get, to me, the only way I can relate to it is a dark fruit note, dark fruit, dark, I keep wanting to say dark. So your cherry notes or something like that, or your molasses, or...
For me, that very back hit, it kind of takes away, it kind of steps away from the blackberries that we were getting on the retro of this, and moves over into that deeper black currant type note.
See, I don't know what currant would taste. I don't know what currant. When have I ever ate currant?
Oh, you've been to Jason's Deli. Have you had their currant tea?
No.
No.
That's the best place to try
Okay.
it.
Yes.
So I don't know what currant would taste like. I wouldn't know if I was eating it or not, just right off the bat. I'd have to be told. So currant, I don't know.
It's a very dark, rich black fruit.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm definitely getting is dark notes of fruity, dark fruit type notes, and the sweetness that I'm getting is it's one of what I want to say is dark.
And this kind of brings up a good point. You know, we've talked a lot about on how people's palates are different, and I always come back. The maturity of our palates are different, and what we can associate the flavors to, because we're going to associate flavors to what we know.
Right.
You know, you not being familiar, not having had blackcurrant,
Yeah.
so you're not going to go directly towards that.
Yeah.
But now that you know, and you know, they very well say, okay, I need to go get some blackcurrant to try that.
Right.
Now you're able to associate that level, and that's how we mature our palates, is by trying different things, exploring different flavors, and being able to associate those flavors with our memories.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And now I've got to go drink a cigar.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. That's really good. Just as this comes up, the nose is just beautiful on this.
Mm.
Oh, wow. That lightened it up.
It did.
That lightened the taste up quite a bit. Almost. The only thing that comes to mind on that was silky rose petals. That's the only thing that came to me.
I was thinking more, so less of the sweet leather, but more of your rawhide.
Yeah, so it could be
leather, more that earthy. And those rose petals have that earthiness.
Earthiness to them, yeah. So yeah, rose. I know people. When's the last time you ate a rose? Well, you know, your nose smells a rose, and when you taste it in your mouth and blow it through your nose, you experience a rose.
Yeah, yeah. And you can eat rose petals.
Yeah,
and
you
there's,
sure can.
There's benefits to it.
There's plenty of edible flowers out there. But yeah, that's the drink to cigar definitely lightened up those notes for me. That was great too. Either one was really good, and it was totally different.
It's complete. It's two different. It's like you're almost having two completely separate pairings.
Yeah, that was fantastic. The cigar by itself is just, golly, that was just really good.
I think going from cigar to drink, we have a complementary pairing. And I think from drink to cigar, it's more of a contrast type pairing, to where it brings out the notes that were a bit more subtle in the cigar by itself.
Yeah, you go cigar to drink and you get the dark notes to it. And the drink to cigar, it lightens it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting, very interesting. I'm gonna blow some smoke in my glass and try it that way next. Fantastic cigar. Now, say again, who 262, which is who?
So Madison Money
Okay.
is the guy behind it, and he is part of the Ohana Nui family, which, you know, Ryan Rodriguez of Ohana Cigars, and Neil of Time Out Cigars.
Time Out, yeah.
So all the same family. So you've seen the Left Hand Cigars, which is also part of the family as well.
That was just kind of neutral. I don't know. It's kind of neutral taste. It was good, but I didn't get anything like I did Cigar to Drink or Drink Cigar.
You know what it reminds me of? Blowing the smoke into it? Of Black Manhattan.
Black Manhattan. I haven't had that. I like Manhattan, but what makes it a Black Manhattan?
The combination of the whiskeys.
Oh, okay.
Within it.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Manhattan, to where you get that warm root from the vermouth in there. It's different. So it's almost like we've got.
You look at the cigar, the performance on the cigar. You've got a little bit of a wave, but it's catching up. You just turn it and everything. Mine's got slightly wave. No, not hardly any, but you watch us. You don't see us. I mean, you touched it up a little bit, or no? You had to relight it because it's still flat. You haven't broke it off yet.
No.
Whereas I've ashed a little bit. So.
But here's where we've talked on other shows how you can look at the ash and you can tell what kind of bunching that they use.
And then you put your fingers there, and if you can hold it there for that length of time, and it just now starts to get warmed up a little bit, and it's not scorching your fingers.
You've got a good burn cone.
You've got that cone off of mine right there. The color, it's an ashy kind of a color. It's not solid white, but definitely it's not all gray or dark. I had to break that broke off. So yeah, it's the construction of the cigar, the draw on it's got just a good amount of tug to it. Good smoke output. It's clean. It's
clean.
Clean
Very
taste.
clean.
Very clean.
Got a single cap as opposed to a double cap or a triple cap, but the cap is secured nicely on it.
Yeah.
Going with a deeper V cut that I went with, and it's the construction. It's not unraveling.
I cut mine off right there. It's just popped that cap right off. And with a pigtail, you could bite it off if you wanted to.
And that's what so last night I just twisted the pigtail off, and it's essentially like doing a punch.
Yeah, that's the reason why
I still got nice, good airflow with it. I would call this one is a medium plus on the body. It's got some nice, good viscosity to it. Nice, good smoke weight to it with it, which matches a bourbon. It matches a heavier body drink.
God, that is just delicious. Well done. Yeah, fantastic.
262 is making their name.
Yeah. I will definitely search these out. And they're probably at Underground.
They are at Underground.
Yeah. And our next Lone Star Cigar Association meeting, we have a group that we do. I'm going to give it a little plug here. We meet every third Friday, once a month, at different cigar shops. One of them being here at Tobacco Cabana, one at Latitude, one at Wild in Burleson, and this month is at Underground in Fort Worth.
And I will tell you, they did a cut and light event at Underground yesterday.
Okay.
From 12 to 3.
Okay.
At 1 o'clock, Madison had to go back to the storage and bring back more because they had already sold out.
Wow, that's great. Like the Underground, their slogan, the piranhas came out and started feasting.
Oh, 12 o'clock came around and I was online buying my box right then and there. What's really interesting about 262, so the name of their company pays homage to what happened in February of 1962.
Okay, I wasn't born yet, so what happened?
That's when Kennedy said to his guy
To go get the cigars.
the cigars from Cuba, because the embargo was coming down.
It was fixing to happen. Yeah.
February of 1962.
Yeah.
262.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I like understanding that. Is like what does the name mean? What's the significance to that? And the nines, this cigar that we're smoking, when you dress to the nines, you're putting on your best. And this.
And he definitely did.
He definitely did. This is just phenomenal. I'm really liking that.
For me, this cigar, and yes, I bought a box. I bought the box to help a friend out, but I knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
And this cigar is, for me, is absolutely box worthy.
Yeah, that is definitely.
The only reason why I wouldn't say this one here, this bottle, is a keep in your collection and have a backup, is because it's a limited edition. You can't get this one anymore.
Yeah.
But knowing that it pairs so good with a blend, a bourbon rye blend, it's going to go good with a bourbon, and it's going to go good with
Can
rye.
I have just a little touch more with this cigar? This is so good. But you know what? I don't want to. That's good. Normally I would ask you. Okay, so what's your thoughts on this? I think I know. I mean, you know, you've had the cigar. You went to the Cut and Light, and you've had this before. Obviously, limited edition, really good. My thoughts on this is just phenomenal to be able to have such a difference of going drink or smoke first, and it's like two different pairings.
It's like two different pairings.
Yeah.
And going with the smoke and the blowing the smoke in the glass, the smoke in the drink, that brings out a third pairing.
But then the cigar by itself, just the initial light up on it was just phenomenal. The blackberry type taste that I've never had in a cigar. That's just.
It just shows what a blend will do for you. And you've heard me say this so many times. It's why it's important to, if you really want to get into these pairings and understand them so that you can come back and repeat them, it's important to know what is in the blend.
Yeah.
And don't just say that, oh, the wrapper is a Maduro or is an Oscuro. That's a color, that's a process. This is an Ecuadorian Habano, and that should mean something. As opposed to if it was a Nicaraguan Habano or if it was a Honduran Habano.
That is just delicious. Thank you very much for bringing this in, Dave. Obviously being able to taste something that I'm not going to be able to go out there and find, that's always cool. You've done that several times before, bringing things in that we can't go out there and get. That's always fun to do. And then bringing us a new cigar. 262, the Nines. You guys, guess you can go to Underground's website.
I mean, this just now hit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go to the Underground.
Well, I'll be looking for it. Hopefully they've got some left if I go there for our meeting. If not, I know you.
It comes in two vitolas.
Okay.
The Robusto and the Toro.
Okay. All right.
And I haven't smoked the Toro yet.
What?
But from what they're telling me is that the Toro just amplifies some of these flavors.
What would you think a Corona would do?
And this he blended this towards a Corona.
Okay.
I think a Corona is going to.
Yeah,
those flavors are going to be so much even more pronounced.
Yeah, I would dig this definitely. I mean, I'm loving it right now. I would like to see this in a Corona. That would be fantastic.
I would love to see this in a Lancero.
That too. Lonsdale, anything
yeah.
like that. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did. Dave, thank you again very much. Another great pairing. Fantastic pairing. Again, guys, give us your input on what you might want to see us do for pairings, things like that you might guys have something that we haven't got a clue, and it's like, oh, that'd be interesting. Let us know. But just stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. Man, it's really good. Golly. Pick up your Texas Cigar Roadshow whiskey glass at giftyboutique.com. All right, Dave, we got a product review. Very cool lighter. This is the Cigarbro.
Cigarbro's got a lighter.
Cigarbro does have a lighter. I like the whole, it's the presentation of the sleeve on there. I do like that, so that adds a definite touch to it.
Nice, good presentation of their logo.
I like the logo. Cigarbro box is nice.
Oh,
Sticker.
Everybody loves a sticker.
I do love a sticker on there. So we've got a sticker in there, little foam top, take that off. And then we've got the lighter inside some plastic sleeve there.
That's nice looking.
And first off in here, there's a little tool. So it looks like a bleeding tool or a adjustment tool for the flame size. Yeah. So that's in there too. That's nice that they do that because you don't have to go look for a screwdriver. So
do they have a place to hold the tool in there?
No, they don't. So it's just you put it in your travel door or something like that.
Yeah.
So looking at the lighter right off the bat, it's got a good fuel window. I have put some fuel in here already.
It doesn't come with the fuel.
No, it doesn't come with fuel. It better not, right? But no, it didn't come with fuel. I put it in there. So it's got a good sized fuel window on there. And then Cigarbro right across the front. I like the feel of that. Feel that.
Yeah, I like the texture of it. It's got a nice, good weight to it.
Yeah.
But it's not too much so that you can carry it in your pocket if you choose to.
You could carry this in your pocket. I think it's a good size. On the back side, it's got a little bit more, how do you say, texture on there. It's like a grip on there. Because the back side of this is concaved like this, you lay this down, and now you got a nice cigar rest. You've got a cigar rest.
And it's big enough to hold your larger gauges like a 60.
Yeah. And I do like this one, whereas other ones are up here on the top, and if your lighter topples, which somebody bumps the table or whatever, and your cigar's sitting up here like this, your cigar's falling. Yep. Whereas this one is laid down and it's covering a good percentage of the cigar.
Which is nice because normally we see them on top.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I do like that part of having a cigar rest. And the finish on here is it's like a powder coat. It's got a nice feel to it. So it doesn't feel like it's going to scuff up that easy. So if I'm laying it down here like this to put my cigar on there, I don't have to worry about the paint finish.
I like the nice matte black as opposed to that glossy black too.
Right. Yeah, I like that. And then it pops.
Oh, look at that. So that's a nice triple flame
coming
that comes
to a point.
So you can do some nice touch-ups.
Yeah.
As
a matter of fact, I need to relight my cigar. So if we're here,
you can get a nice good spread across
Yep, just moving it around.
Foot of it.
And then you can always just touch up those edges like that with it coming to the point. Close your lid.
This is what really has got me. Okay, now this is nice because you just lit it and it's not too hot to touch.
No, that's right. See, you feel the resistance?
Yes.
So it's got some resistance to the
as opposed to this spring snapback.
Or it just slides out.
Yeah.
You've got some resistance to push against when you are cutting your cigar. Now these are already cut, so we're not going to be able to cut it one, but it looks like, looking at it's a pretty good deep V cut in there.
It's a nice deep one.
Yeah, it's going to go straight out the back. So you're just going to be over the top of your, and the other thing too is you lay it down here like this, put your cigar in, and then V-cut it.
That's nice too.
Yeah, to be able to
especially for the control aspect of it.
Yeah.
And even though the cutter is in the center of it, it looks like you still have enough of a bay in there to be able to hold a good amount of fluid in there, so you're not really having to refill after every cigar.
Right, yeah, it would be interesting to see how many cigars this would tend to, but it's got a good sized fuel window on there. And like you said, the body of the lighter looked like it would have a pretty good amount of fuel to keep in there, even though the cigar cutter is right there in the center. But it's got a little grip right here. You can stick your fingernail in there and pull it down. You could do this one-handed if you have to, flip it upside down, lay it down, put your cigar in, whatever. I like the resistance that I'm getting.
I like that as well.
It doesn't just slide. It's got some resistance.
You've got to push it through. And the thing that I like that it's not that spring loaded is because that spring has a tendency to wear down on you the more that you use it. So the longevity of this feels like it's going to last longer.
And then I always like a lighter that.
Yes, I do too.
I do like that. I mean, there's other ones. I've got my favorite lighters that I have that, you can pop it up with your thumb, and I like, those are easy enough, pop it up. But I do like it when it does that. And then when you've got a triple flame, not just a double, but a triple flame that comes to a point, that is, to me, really good.
What I like about that triple flame is that it's not too wide, so that the tip of it is, you have to have a large flame to hit the tip of it.
Yeah.
But it's wide enough that you can light and get a good coverage across your foot on a new light.
Definitely a fantastic looking lighter. Matter of fact, they have given me an extra one of these lighters as a giveaway. So anybody who comments on this video for this review, we'll put you in a drawing, and we're going to give away one of these lighters.
So when's the deadline?
Deadline is going to be end of September. End of September. All right, so you've got till the end of September to comment on this review for this lighter, Cigarbro. And then at my event, they even given me a TCR code so that you can get 10% off your purchase.
And that's going to be in everybody's bag.
That is going to be in everybody's bag at our event October 19th. Cigarbro, they support Cigars for Warriors. We support Cigars for Warriors. Fantastic accessory, fantastic brotherhood. I think it's a good combination.
This is a lighter that I want to add to my collection.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, guys, this is the Cigarbro lighter cutter combination. Well,
great cigar.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And we almost went off on our own pairing with this, with the great beer from Railport and this Lancero from Punch, the Golden Era. Just fantastic. But we had some great news.
Great pairings.
Great pairings, exactly. And great viewerships. The numbers continue to rise, and we thank you very much for that. But do all that social media for us, help us out. Hit the like buttons, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course, share with all your friends.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And just social events. We talked about McAuliffe, how they have social events.
Yep.
We've got the TCR, the Lone Star Cigar Association charity event coming up October 19th. And that all benefits Cigars for Warriors, what we do. And the cigars you're going to get in the swag bag, the beer you're going to get from Railport in the price, the food you're going to get from Mija's Barbecue, all included in the price. And then you're going to be sitting out there, we'll have a tent, music, there's going to be live music and everything. And you're just going to be able to carry on that culture community.
Oh, and share.
And share. out there with other people like-minded that love cigars. That's what it's all about. You guys just continue to hit us with some suggestions. Let us know what you're pairing stuff with, and compared to what we're doing here.
Oh yeah,
it's always fun to know what everybody else is doing, right? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Another great show, Stephen.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And wherever you're at, you guys always have to remember, it always comes down to this: enjoy the leaf,
grow the culture.
See you guys.
Texas Cigar Roadshow is presented by Lone Star Cigar Association,